Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a magical forest known as the Enchanted Forest. This forest was unlike any other, for it was home to creatures of all shapes and sizes, and it was said to be filled with wonders beyond imagination. In a cozy cottage nestled on the edge of the Enchanted Forest lived a young girl named Alice. Alice had curly brown hair that cascaded down her back like a waterfall, and bright blue eyes that sparkled with curiosity. She lived with her parents, who were kind and loving, and together they spent their days exploring the wonders of the forest. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Alice's mother tucked her into bed and kissed her forehead goodnight. "Sweet dreams, my darling," she whispered, before tiptoeing out of the room and closing the door behind her. But as Alice lay in bed, she found herself unable to sleep. The moonlight filtered through the window, casting a soft glow on the walls of her room, and the gentle rustling of the leaves outside seemed to beckon her into the night. Unable to resist the call of the forest, Alice slipped out of bed and tiptoed out of the cottage. The Enchanted Forest was even more magical at night, bathed in the silvery light of the moon. Alice wandered through the forest, her bare feet sinking into the soft moss beneath her as she marveled at the beauty that surrounded her. Fireflies danced in the air, casting their twinkling lights around her, and the trees whispered secrets to one another in the gentle breeze. As Alice ventured deeper into the forest, she came across a clearing bathed in moonlight. In the center of the clearing stood a majestic oak tree, its branches reaching up to the sky like outstretched arms. Beneath the tree sat a wise old owl, its golden eyes sparkling in the moonlight. "Greetings, young traveler," the owl hooted, its voice as soft as the wind. "What brings you to the Enchanted Forest on this magical night?" "I couldn't sleep," Alice admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. "The forest called to me, and I had to come and explore." The owl nodded sagely. "Ah, the call of the forest is a powerful thing," it said. "But be careful, young one. The Enchanted Forest is full of wonders, but it is also full of dangers. You must tread carefully if you wish to make it through the night." Alice nodded, her eyes wide with excitement and wonder. "I will," she promised. And so, under the watchful gaze of the wise old owl, Alice embarked on her nighttime adventure through the Enchanted Forest. She wandered through groves of shimmering silver trees, where the leaves sparkled like diamonds in the moonlight, and crossed babbling brooks filled with glowing water lilies that illuminated the night. As she journeyed deeper into the forest, Alice encountered all manner of magical creatures. She met mischievous fairies flitting through the trees, their laughter tinkling like wind chimes, and gentle unicorns grazing in moonlit meadows, their coats shimmering with starlight. She even stumbled upon a hidden glade where a troop of playful pixies danced in a circle, their tiny wings glimmering as they twirled and spun. But as the night wore on, Alice began to grow weary. The magic of the enchanted forest was intoxicating, but it was also draining, and she longed to return to the warmth and safety of her cozy bed. With a heavy heart, she turned to leave the forest and make her way back home. But just as she was about to leave, she heard a soft voice calling her name. "Alice," it whispered, barely audible above the rustling of the leaves. Alice turned to see a beautiful fairy hovering before her, her wings shimmering in the moonlight. "Alice, you have shown great courage and kindness on your journey through the enchanted forest," the fairy said, her voice tinged with warmth and admiration. "For that, I wish to grant you a gift." With a wave of her hand, the fairy conjured a shimmering portal of light before Alice. "Step through this portal, and it will take you wherever you wish to go," the fairy said. "But remember, the greatest adventures are often found in the journey itself." With a grateful smile, Alice stepped through the portal and found herself standing outside her cozy cottage once more. The sun was beginning to rise, casting a golden light over the treetops, and birdsong filled the air. Alice smiled as she watched the sunrise, her heart full of gratitude for the magical adventure she had experienced. And as she slipped back into her bed and closed her eyes, she knew that the memory of her journey through the enchanted forest would stay with her forever, filling her dreams with wonder and delight. And so, with the first light of dawn creeping through her window, Alice drifted off to sleep, her dreams filled with visions of the magical wonders of the enchanted forest, waiting to be explored once more.